What's up guys, it's Ryan McCullough here with another Next Generation Music Sessions video. If you saw our last video, we talked about the relationship between the minor arpeggio, the minor pentatonic scale, and four minor scales that happen most frequently in rock and pop music. In this video today, we're going to talk about the pentatonic scale, the minor pentatonic scale exclusively. And I'm going to show you how to play it all over the neck. And really, what this means is stop playing this pattern. But the question is, how? How do you stop playing that pattern? We all know and love the box. This is how we learn the pentatonic scale. So I'm going to give you 2 tips today that will help you improve your knowledge of the neck and help you learn how to play the pentatonic scale all over the neck. And no, this is not another 5-position pentatonic scale video. Coming up.
So this lesson is going to be all on pentatonic scales. Yes, we love the pentatonic scale. If you didn't happen to see my last video, I'll post a link above. I described the minor arpeggio and its relationship to the minor pentatonic scale, and also how it relates to 4 other minor scales, the most frequently used minor scales in rock and pop music, in my very unhumble opinion. So this lesson is going to be about how to stop playing patterns. And here's what I mean. This right here is a pattern. It's a finger pattern. And it's useful for getting started. It's useful for playing a lot of the literature, the guitar solo literature, the guitar comping literature, but it's a starting point. It doesn't mean it's an ending point. So how do you get out of playing this finger pattern? It all comes from this really basic observation that you can play the 2 intervals that make up the minor pentatonic scale either on the same string or the adjacent string. Here's what I mean. You need to know that the minor pentatonic scale is made up of 2 intervals, a minor third and a major second. That is, a note that is 3 frets away and a note that is 2 frets away. So check this out. That's 3 frets away. This is a major second, but it's difficult to see because you play it on adjacent strings. But this is an adjacent string major second. You could also play, and they're the exact same notes. Why would you choose one over the other? Because maybe you want to slide into that D. That gives you another option. So let me show you a minor pentatonic pattern or shape that I teach my students as an example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this A, 5th fret on my E string, and then play C, 3rd fret on my A string. Play the same 2 notes you normally would. And then play G and A for the first octave. And I can repeat the same thing for the second octave. Then I can go up. And if you take a look at some of our great examples, again from our awesome electric guitar literature, you'll see what's going on here. Starts on the 5th, goes up chromatically to the octave. Shift on this note right here, which is the 4th, it's D. That's exactly the pattern that I'm talking about. So the other thing that you need to keep in mind, and this is how I was able to play both of the octaves, is what's called octave equivalence or octavision. Really, the idea is this, that you probably played a couple power chords in your life. You take the 5th and move it over 1 string. That's your octave. So whatever you do in the first octave, you can repeat in the second octave. But that also means that you can get away with playing this, or you can get away with playing a bunch of these patterns a number of different ways, and your articulation choices, your creative choices change. You start on D, which is the fourth in the pentatonic scale. I'm going to slide up a whole step because D to E is a whole step. And I'm going to play the next note, which is a minor third away. What I'm going to do here is play a G major triad is another way of looking at it, so G, B, D. Note the B is not part of the pentatonic scale. It's part of the minor scale, which goes back to my point about knowing your minor scales. Anyway, that B and D resolve to this C. You can play this hammer-on pull-off combination. 8, 10, 8 on the B string, 9th fret on the G string, slide down. And then check this out. I'm going to play C on the high E string, which is 8th fret. And if you bend that up a whole step, you get a B, which is a kind of a tension note. It's a color tone. And then you can take that and slide into the C. So you get this really cool sound. So the point being here is I've given you a couple simple tools that you can use to explore. And all I'm doing really is just using the notes that are found in the good old box. With some added notes, but start with what I've shown you here, which is movable shapes, which is figuring out how to play more than 2 notes on a single string. If you get that much down, you'll be ready for the next video. But it's not today, because it's the next, you get the point.
What's up, guys? It's Ryan McCullough from Next Generation Music Sessions. If you like this video, click the subscribe button below. We're always coming out with new videos, new tutorials, gear reviews, and lots of live and recorded performances. So stay tuned and check it out. If you have any questions about this video or any of the other videos, please feel free to leave a comment below. We'd really like to hear what your thoughts are on this and get your feedback, because after all, you're part of the next generation.